Hello everyone. So welcome back to the oh God, the karmic crappenings for Trump and his regime. And this one I have to do for a few days. So I'm going to go from Sunday, November 16th, and cover Mondays as well, and then through Tuesday, November 18th. And then I'll be back Tuesday to do Wednesdays and get back to the dailies. But I have to free up a couple days in between for myself. So anyway, how are they going to be doing? What will be happening? What's crapping into these guys? He and the guys. He and they. And hers. Oh my goodness, these people. What is going on with them? Sunday, November 16th through Tuesday, the 18th. Leading up to the new moon coming in, and boy, oh boy, is that well, let's suffice to say that I think there could be a big breakthrough for Melania and getting away from him, if you know what I mean. Between now and December 20th, and maybe even a little further after. I talked about that in yesterday's video. So anyway, the Lovers brings through decisions that need to be made when it comes to all of the, actually I'm doing a bigger one, so let's put it here. When it comes to all of his relationships, it's all about how effectively they can communicate or not. So, you know, we're in the realm of all the air sign people that work with him. So, you know, Mr. Elf on the Shelf and Peter Thiel, and I don't know what he's probably not saying much, but any conversations he might even have with Putin or Viktor Orban, hauntings from his dad, you know, from hell, Senior, Fred Trump Senior. I'm trying to think all the air signs. There's a lot of, and Keg's breath, Marco Rubio. Yeah. So there's all that. Even Dr. Oz. He's a Gemini. So interesting. Okay. But, you know, basically just conversations going back and forth, trying to make adjustments with the news that's coming out, because, you know, Mercury rules the news. And will they make good decisions or not and can they handle all the information coming out is the question. Now, his greatest, I'm doing two on each side, so his challenge with the King of Challenges, I read as reversals, King of Pentacles, and then we also have the Nine of Pentacles. Well. So what we have going on here has to do with a big health event, possibly for him. And this did come through in one of the, actually I think in a couple of days of the health readings, but and I'll still get those dailies done. It's just this other, I need a little extra time. But anyway, with the King of Pentacles reversed, this is, on one level, it's him being easy to bribe. It's shakeups with all of their financial issues. It's his hoarding and his controlling and his financial mismanagement, because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He does. So now he's going to try and bribe Americans, and they're talking about things like that. You know, bribe us all with a $2,000 or a $10,000, something like that. Oh, and hey, let's get a $50,000 mortgage going. 50,000, a 50-year mortgage going for these people. Yeah, sure. Let's do the math on that. Let's say you're 40 when you're able to finally buy your first house. And you got to qualify, right, for that huge amount of interest that would be paid out. And then, you know, maybe by the time you're 90, you might be able to pay it off. It's like, what the hell? I guess you'd have to make a whole lot of balloon payments in big chunks, because it sure wouldn't happen monthly. Anyway, I'll let that go. But we're in that realm with the Knight of Pentacles reversed because, or I'm sorry, King of Pentacles reversed, because he can't manage money. The only thing he could do, he was really, really good at, and probably still is that laundering money through all of his casinos that he bankrupted. His dad's probably still haunting him for that because of, not being able to, well, he had to come and rescue him a few times. So anyway, with health, and he is a Gemini himself, but with health, this is also genetic issues. And we know he has Alzheimer's, dementia, Alzheimer's, somewhere in there. He's frontal temporal, whatever. That dude, his brain is not working correctly on any level. And then with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, this is often a hospital stay card or allergic reactions to medications or whatever he's self-medicating and the ones that the doctors give him. But it also rules the thyroid. This also could have to do with, because it's on him and his whole regime, their debt and their shady investments, right? And both of these are like the reckless spending habits, trying to bring America into even more debt, just to give their cronies some big old, those big old fat tax breaks. Okay, let's do 2 cards down here for the bottom. Well, so what he's sitting in, actually, let's just make it 3. There we are. This is all of them. So maybe this is Baron. A couple ways we can read this. Baron Trump being free from the mess that is his father, maybe. Also, things exploding more and more about the Epstein files, because I, definitely read the Page of Pentacles as, Page of Cups as often, children. But with the Devil reversed, when it comes to these guys, all of these guys, I don't read it as for them being free. I see this as his terrible, and the whole regime, their unbelievably awful reputation, and their constant gaslighting and projecting, and just that big old, he's just trapped in that downward spiral of his own bad choices, and his health is affecting all of that. And some people are saying, well, it's elder abuse. Yeah, it is. They need a 25th Amendment him. And maybe there's another MRI, or maybe things just blow up. Maybe just totally blow up, because the deal with the new moon coming up is we have a stellium of planets in Scorpio. So Mercury has retrograded back into Scorpio. It's conjunct the sun, which is called Cazimi, which is just really fancy for let's blow things up via messages and news. And then it's also conjunct, so the new moon and the sun are together, Mercury's in the sun, then there's a moon, and then there's Venus in Scorpio. And and it's all of that is opposing. So we have those 4 oppositions to Uranus. Uranus will blow things up unexpectedly, and it'll be the Taurus-Scorpio polarity can be about sex scandals, that we are definitely in Epstein territory here. And those oppositions can lead to big breakthroughs for us, but not for these guys, unless it's a breakthrough that puts them in a tower of some type and off with their heads. Okay. Oh, in the past, okay, so this has to be, well, it can be both, but I really do feel like it has to do with the Epstein files, everything coming out and blowing up, things being revealed. Okay. What's hanging over, let's see, is this fitting? Yeah, good. Well, oops, let's do this. Sorry about that, you guys. Helps if you look through the viewfinder, lady. Okay, so what's hanging up above, we've got the Eight of Pentacles reversed, King of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I keep getting this feeling that his family is just kind of hanging out, waiting for the day that it goes, because I think that they know that things are much worse health-wise than he's letting on, and they're hiding, he's hiding it, they're covering, everything's covering, or all of them are trying to cover it up. But remember how I was talking about Uranus down, when that thing comes, well, when that opposition comes, when we have the new moon, well, Melania has her natal Venus, which rules money and relationships, but for her, just think money, because that's all she's about. And that retrograde Uranus is crossing over her natal Venus, and it can tend to release things. Uranus, Venus together is like releasing money, or it could be a reversal of fortune. But yeah, she has that going on until December 20th. And then it'll start waning. The aspect will start separating and be weaker. But between now and December 20th, woohoo for her if she, can get away with. Well, you know what? I am 100% certain they have money in some foreign accounts, like Cayman Islands or wherever. And yeah. So she'll have that. Plus, she's had her own way to make money. She's done her own makeup and perfume. Ugh. God, I haven't used perfume in since the 80s. It's disgusting. Essential oils maybe, but not perfume. And I don't even do that anymore. I just use them to smell them. I don't put them on me. Because, if it goes up your nose, it goes in. So anyway, sorry talking about that. What's going on up here with the Eight of Pentacles reverse is that people don't want to do their work. And what's hanging over all of them is the fact that people are losing their jobs, and the real facts and figures about jobs reports for October, while the whole government was shut down, October and half of November, we're not getting any figures for October, that's for damn sure. And so the Eight of Pentacles has something to do with that, but this is also people working in boring jobs and just working to get by. And for all of them and him, it's his real, just that ridiculous need for external validation. And the King of Wands, this could be, when it comes to people, Steve Bannon out there talking. This could be something going on with what's his face, Hobag Homan, the Borders are, and Russell Vogt. Russell Vogt is the Office of Management of Budget, so I feel it's more about him. And so because the whole Project 2025, but it could also be J.D. Vance, and what's his name, Scott Bessent. He's a Leo. J.D. Vance is a Leo. So, and this, legacy that they've been building, and what it is it's cost. What it has done, their legacy has done, is tanked their support, because nobody wants Project 2025, and he's losing, they're all losing money between immigration issues, and they're losing so much support. But people don't like what they're selling, and that's what's hanging over them karmically. Down here, where they do have some control, really isn't control, because they're blowing up. It's not, this isn't good. This can be, narrow fiddling while Rome burns, right? And it's all being seen. It's all over the news Nobody's happy with anything that's going on there. And his whole circus of sycophants are just, they're going to go down with him. And remember, he may have immunity from SCOTUS, but they do not. They don't. And I think it's very possible that Monday, when the House has to come back, well, actually, whether or not the House does come back, I think they said they were, but even if they don't, the Democrats have a workaround that they're working on where Mike Johnson has no power because they're going to try and do it through the Senate and get 67 votes, so enough Republicans would have to cross the aisle. And what that means is that it veto proofs. So it doesn't have to go to Trump's desk. It can all be handled through the Senate. Because Hakeem, he's saying, that they can create some type of an amendment with the Rules Committee to change the bill, the Affordable Care Act bill, the Affordable Tax Credit bill, whatever, and change it so that it's extended for 3 years. That's what they're going to try and do. So people want that. They don't want what this guy's got. Concepts of a plan. Jeez. Okay, near future. With the Four of Pentacles reverse, it's like, yeah, you just try and hold on. Because this is a market crash. This is, Flump and his fuckheads just, trying to evade taxes, trying to get their tax break, or tax breaks, I should say. This is their greed, their Scrooge-like behavior, and basically trying to rob the assets from America, and people aren't having it. People aren't having it. So this is what's happening to them, is they are going to have to liquidate their own assets, and the market is going to crash on their heads, and their greedy materialistic ways are going to suffer. So there's that. And maybe even digestion problems for all of them. Okay, so on the inward levels, lots of news. Externally, yeah, go home and... It's like... Anybody ever heard that Pink song, You in Your Hand? It's like that. Go ahead, knock it out of the park. Because there's major loss and defeat coming, and no, you're not getting what you want. Not at all. Page of Swords is, yeah, go ahead and golf if you want. Go ahead and try to have some fun with your little weenus. Because long-term future, I mean, they're seen, actually, so internally, or on the inner realm, he and his whole regime, they are seen as very immature and trying to put all kinds of information out there. But there are leakers coming through, there are whistleblowers coming through, and they look so immature, like saying, it's just, yeah, go ahead. You got your dick in your hands, and that's all. That's all you get. Because you're going down. This is the card for the long-term future. I don't read hopes and fears with these guys because I don't give a crap. With the Five of Swords, this is defeat and humiliation and loss. And they're going to be walking away due to their own self-sabotage. And yeah, there's lots of vengeance going on, and lots of crime, and lots of bullying, and lots of abuse, and lots of assault, and information about rape and assault coming out about the Epstein files. That's not going to stop. These are messengers. These two are messengers here. And at the core of the reading, it's all about messages. So there you go. This is what's coming down on those guys. And with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, they're going to not have any more opportunity to screw with people, because this is, it's nope, 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 you don't get it. Let's see what's at the bottom. Yeah. Injustice. Oh, they're not going to feel like justice has been served. Oh, isn't that just terrible? Where's my mommy? And with the Empress card, this is a card that rules all the women and the creativity and the pleasure. This is, she's all about positive pleasure when she's upright. Well, these guys aren't getting any of that because nobody wants to be anywhere near them. And instead, they will be needing to answer to what happened to the farmers and the food. And why do they have connections with Putin? Why are they all tied to Russia? Why did 147 of them vote to overturn the 2020 election? Right? They need to answer for things like that. Because when justice comes through reversed, there is the need for accountability, and the lies and all the cheating is coming out. And people, the American people, are just sick of it. So there's that. This is the law of karma coming home. And, there are a lot more women on the planet than there are men. And a lot of us are over 18 and we can vote. So all this is gearing up for the 2026 election, of course, or the midterms. So yeah. And Mother Nature, right? What are these guys doing for addressing climate change? Nothing. Nothing at all. They're all about raping and pillaging. So there you go. And here's the place where they have some control. No, they don't. No, they don't. Okay, that's it. Have a good couple of days. Well, I'll be back for the, what do you call the health readings for Mr. Flump, the traitor from hell. Okay, bye you guys. Take good care, as always.